Right, and hello there, my movie maniacs, and welcome to the almost Halloween special.
Almost,
Oh,
not quite.
yeah, almost. Of Midnight Movie Mania. Tonight we are looking at the often requested 1959 cult classic, The Bat.
I
Yay.
love this movie. Oh my gosh, I was so excited that we got to do it finally.
hmm Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought, what the hell? Let's just do it for October. So here we
Yeah,
are. We're
exactly.
doing it.
Any
Um,
excuse is fine with me. I don't care.
yeah, yeah. Starring the king of B movies, Vincent Price, himself, and what's her name? Angus Moorhead.
Agnes Moorehead.
Yes,
I love
yes.
her. I love her
Mm,
so much.
mm. Do you know a little piece of trivia I'm going to throw away right now? This is only the second movie where she's actually top billed. The
I
rest she was a
know.
supporting. I was like, what?
That's insane.
mm,
I mean, she's such a phenomenal actress
hmm
when given the chance.
Yeah.
And she's just so she just has just a natural way of acting that it's just like it just seems like it's effortless for her.
Yeah, yeah. I think, unfortunately, due to the success of Bewitched, she was stereotyped typecast, so she wasn't given much to stretch. I know her for two things: Bewitched and Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte,
Oh yeah.
which is a mouthful. And that's about it. I don't know for anything else. And of course, this movie. So I
Yeah,
mean,
she's did a lot of, well, she was known mostly for radio, actually.
mm,
Back in the day, she was a did a ton of radio. She was one of the most demanded radio actresses at the time.
mm,
um, and she transitioned into movies and stuff after you know TV took off. So,
mm, mhm,
but
mhm.
but yeah, I love her. I love her.
Yeah, yeah. Is it me that was there a, a hint of Andorra in this? Some of the phrases she was sort of throwing, I was like, there's a whiff of Andorra about
Yeah,
this. I mean, years before Bewitched, there's a whiff. There's
yeah,
just a
yeah.
taste of it.
When you see her in some of the stuff, there's a lot of Andorra in her roles like that because you just can't help it.
Mm. And then we have Vincent Price, as I says, king of the B movies. Now, at one point in my life, I was on a quest to own every single Vincent Price movie
Oh, really?
on a DVD or video or anything. But I gave up when I realised he has over 100+ movies.
I know. I know.
So I was like, oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Although I did own all the Edgar Allan Poe stuff. I
Oh,
did own the House of Wax, the Fly films he was in. Oh, what's that one? Oh, my mind's went blank. Dr. Phibes and Dr. Bunwell, Dr. Phibes or Dr.
oh,
Phoebes.
yeah.
And my personal favourite one, The Theatre of Blood, which is a camp classic. Have you ever seen that one? My lord,
I
that
have
is
not. I've heard many things about it, but I have not seen it.
my lord, that's camp. I mean, it has Dana Rigg playing his daughter, and he's a theatre actor who fakes his death and then takes revenge on the critics a year later.
Oh,
And he
yes.
kills them in all these Shakespearean ways. And
Yes, it's all coming
oh,
back. I have seen that. Oh my gosh, I've seen it. It was a long time ago, but I
oh,
have.
it's so camp. It's delicious. It's just. Mm, mm. And my other personal favourite, The Monster Club, which I saw, God,
Oh,
about 15 years ago, and that thing is just camp personified.
it
So.
is. It is. I have seen that movie, and it is not my favorite.
Mm,
it's, it's just like it was a bit too almost. You know what I mean?
mm.
It was just a little too much for me.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's what that's been.
did watch the whole thing though, which I was impressed with.
But my here's my ultimate B movie is House on Haunted Hill.
Oh,
Closely followed by Elvira. She takes second place, but I mean, Vincent Price and
yeah,
Haunted Hill. It's just chef's kiss. It's just
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree.
so yeah. So what's your favorite Vincent Price movie then?
Um, I know it doesn't. Well, probably my favorite is. Oh gosh, it's going to be tough to decide. Um, I really like this movie. I think he did a great job in, is he the killer? Is he not the killer? But Last Man on Earth.
Oh
I
yes,
love that movie.
I
It's
forgot
just
about
so
that. Yeah.
it's Vincent, but he's like subdued, and
Mm,
he's just really really good in it. And there's just everything about that movie is just fantastic.
yeah, yeah, true, true. I thought it reminds me. Like I says, my Vincent Price collection. I had about 40, 45 of
Oh,
his
nice.
movies, and I moved in with my ex when we split up. I left my DVDs at his flat, came back a few weeks later, and half of them were gone. So I
Oh,
was furious with him. So,
oh,
yeah,
yeah. Look
yeah.
out.
I mean, yeah, murderers to the point. So, anyway, um, because like I says, in the early 2000s, there was a video store that was closing down, and I bought tons of hard to find movies and hard to find DVDs and such. And in amongst that lot was a lot of Vincent Price stuff, as I said, all the Edgar Allan Poe stuff, the Fly movies, Theatre of Blood, House of Wax, and various others. I also found the four Washmaster movies, which themselves
Oh.
are cult movies. Oh my god, have you seen any of the Washmaster movies? No.
I have. I think I've seen one like ages ago, like the first one.
Mm.
But
Hmm.
I think that's the only one I ever saw, and I don't remember a darn thing about it.
Yeah, I found it on YouTube last night. I was watching it last night, and oh my god, that thing is camp is all hell. With Robert England, Tony Todd, Ken Hodder, Angus Scrimm, Buck Flowers. I mean, I can go on and on with all these horror icons. And it's like, oh my god. But yeah, and the slightly camp Jin, Andrew Davidoff. So, mm.
Yeah.
But I mean, as I say, with all these movies, when was the first time you saw this thing?
I think the first time I saw this was during the pandemic, or maybe it was pre-pandemic. No, it was around pandemic time.
Mm.
Um, that's when I first saw it. It was on Svengoolie, and I was just like blown away. I caught it. I started watching it like halfway into the movie, um, and so I had to go back and
Hmm.
watch the full movie. And I was just like, oh, this is fantastic. And then I
Mm.
started telling everybody about it. So,
Yeah, yeah. I was the same actually. I was like, oh my god, this movie. To me, it feels like an episode of Murder She Wrote.
mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
I
very
was getting
much.
heavy Murder She Wrote flashbacks from this thing. I was like, is this where they
Yeah.
got the idea for GB Fletcher? I mean, mm,
Exactly. It wouldn't surprise me because I mean, this was I discovered it just a few years ago, but this movie has been loved for decades, and I had no
hmm
idea.
yeah, yeah. Like I says, I had this thing for oh god, about 5 years until I finally cracked the seal on the DVD and played it. Unfortunately, I had a duff DVD because it would not show the ending. If it didn't go to the ending in the last 5 minutes, it would skip and just stop the whole movie.
Oh,
Oh, I was raging, and so I got rid of the disc, and I found it on YouTube a few years back and watched it. Final, seen the whole thing beginning to end. I was like, oh my god, because first time I saw it, I goes, I know who the killer is, just like that, because it was blatantly obvious who the killer was. So,
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well, it wasn't obvious. Well, it was obvious. Obviously, at that last scene, and I don't want to get into it now, but
mm,
there was only one person left. So
hmm
it's like, at that point, but up to that point, you just was like, oh, could it be that person, that person? You know what I mean? It was,
yeah,
It was a great whodunit. It was a great whodunit.
Yes, I love a good whodunit. I mean, because usually I get them right about 8 out of 10 times I get them right. So I love a good whodunit. I mean,
Yeah.
mhm. He says smugly. Oh, by the way, I watched the colorized version
Oh,
this morning.
I've watched it too. It's terrible.
It's
It
awful.
was it's
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
first
Hmm.
movies that they actually used that process on, and it does not work
Nope.
at all.
Nope. Does not work at all. I mean, utterly terrible. I mean, I found a copy on YouTube this morning, which was crystal clear
Oh, really?
and perfect. I was like, ooh, it's a Blu-ray cut. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I was struggling finding a decent copy of it.
Mm,
But yeah, I'm so used to seeing it that yeah, I've seen it many times, so
mm,
I'm like I can
mm,
figure it out. It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be crystal clear.
I mean, I did this morning before I wrote this review. I done a bit of research and I found out there was a 1920s silent movie of the same name. And I tried watching it and I couldn't make it past the 25 minute mark because it's just terrible. The
Uh,
acting is way OTT. I mean, I get this is a silent movie and I get this was the early days of silent movie, but the acting was way OTT. The makeup was way over the top, and I was like, my
oh,
lord, are you
I
paying for the
gotta.
back?
Did you watch it on YouTube? Did you
Yes.
find it on YouTube? Okay, I'll have to look that up just to see.
Mm,
I'll probably
mm,
last less than 20 minutes, but
mm.
um, you know,
And I will say, the Bat character in the thing,
uh,
I'm surprised Batman makers didn't get sued because he's wearing almost the exact Batman outfit. He's wearing the cowl, the
oh,
ears. He's wearing
yeah.
a cape. He's got a bloody utility belt. I'm going, Batman? What the hell? So this was what, 12 years before Batman was created. So I'm surprised the
Oh,
creators of Batman was not sued into oblivion.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah. I mean, even had a little Batmobile sort of thing. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So oh my god! But like I say, the thing is way OTT. It's oh my god! They're playing for the back row. They're playing for the cheap seats at the back, sort of thing. And it's like, and the expressions. I mean, I've seen a lot of silent movies in my day, but the expressions are way over the top. It's like
Yeah.
maybe dial back just a little bit.
Yeah. Now,
So
did they have like dialogue screens and stuff? Or did
what annoyed me the most was there was usually when I watch a silent movie, there's like you see them like talking to each other, and up comes the little what they say dialogue bubble sort of thing. But this one goes for like 5 minutes at a time, and up a little paragraph from it. It's like what the hell? A little
oh,
sentence pops up. It's like what? So, that's weird.
that's fun.
That's very weird. So let's get on to the trivia for this thing, which I found this morning. This is based on a book called The Circular Staircase, which was turned into a stage play which ran from 1920 to 1922, making it one of the most successful stage plays of the 20s, apparently. As you do. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. It ran for almost 300 shows.
yes, and apparently that was a big thing in the 20s. So,
Oh,
yeah. Vincent Price saw the stage show as a kid, and it scared the bejesus out of him. So he thought he would do this movie and see if he could bring back the memories of the fear. So there we have that one.
yeah.
The $1 million in stolen bonds in today's money is almost 10 million. So I love that one. It's like, oh my god. Although we have to discuss the timeline in this movie because it makes not a lick of sense. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, And the final piece of information I found interesting was this was a drive-in double feature with The Mummy 1959. So
Oh, yeah.
there we have that one. I never actually saw The Mummy 59, so I don't know if it's good or not. I mean,
It's so weird when they would double build these movies and these double feature things, and one is just not like the other.
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
this is a sophisticated thriller, and then they do the Mummy,
Yeah,
and the
true.
Mummy was the top biller, right? The top, and then this
Um,
was
I'm
the
going to
second.
say yes. Yeah, I'm going to say because I think The Mummy was Hammer Horror, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. No, it would 1959. Would that have been the
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. What do you think? It might have no, because I don't think so. Because I think Hammer's first movie was, I'm going to say, Dracula, Stab in the Dark there, and that was
uh,
56. So it might have been
oh,
Hammer,
so
might
it
have
may
been
have been
Universe.
Hammer. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Huh.
Anyway, but like I said, yeah, I think the weirdest double feature I saw in my day was Night of Living Dead. And what the hell's the other thing? Some happy-go-lucky kiddies movie. I'm like, what the
Oh,
why?
really?
Have you... I
Oh,
mean,
that's
weird,
terrible.
weird. Oh my lord. Anyway, let's go on to the cast. We have Vincent Price, Angus Moorhead, Lynetta Lame, Gavin Gordon, John Sutton, and Darla Hood. Directed by Crane Wilbur, who was the husband of Lynetta Lane. So nepotism.
Yeah. Well, he was struggling to find the right actress for it.
Hmm.
He couldn't find her, and that's when he finally went to her and was like, "You want to do this?" And she's like, "Sure."
Mm.
So,
Mm. Interesting little thing for you. In the 1920s version, the maid is 21, and she looks the spit of Mangietta from Rocky Horror. She's
oh,
got the same
really?
hair and
Oh,
same
wow.
outfit. And it's like, oof. So yeah, the plot. A mystery writer rents a spooky house in the country to get away from it all to work on her latest book. Too bad a cat burglar, known as the Bat, wants inside to steal the $1 million in stolen bearer bonds. Can the police save her? Is the town doctor to be trusted? And will she finish her book? Find out here. Right then.
Yes, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to spoil it, turn this off and
Mm,
go watch it and then come back.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly.
Because it is a very good mystery, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. Although, first off, I'll have to ask, what is with the big band bombastic intro song? What
Yeah.
was that? It didn't fit the vibe of the
No,
movie.
no. Apparently, the guy that did that was like famous at the time, so I
Hmm,
guess they had that going for them. But yeah, that did not work.
hmm.
Not at
I've
all.
got it. I mean, I've got it down my notes. It's Batman 66 meets Police Files because it's
Yeah,
so in your face and it's
yeah.
so loud. It's like, my God. And I love the fact how it opens up on what's clearly a train station, a train set house with the little
Oh
woods
yeah.
next to it, and it goes, "This is the summer house. This is the what was it, the Oaks." As we have a voiceover from Angus Moorhead, and she's playing what's her name, Cornelia Van Gordon, Van Gorder, sorry.
Shorter. Yeah.
I love the fact how it's this ooky, spooky house, and it's supposed to be like in a wooded area. There's like 3 trees
Yeah,
just
I know.
plopped
Yeah.
in.
It's called the Oaks, but we don't have any.
I love the fact there's one little fire just poof up. There'll be a little puff of
Yeah.
smoke goes up, and that's the fire. I just love that. I went, my God, can this be any cheaper? But that's so cheesy. Also, I'm loving the voiceover that Moorhead is giving. It feels like previously on Murder She Wrote, and she's going,
Yeah.
"This is the Oaks and blah 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 blah. I'm going here for the summer because I'm writing and I'm blah blah." And I was going, "Jessica Fletcher, is that you?"
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting heavy Murder She Wrote vibes from this movie. It was
Yeah. Yeah.
so
It
unreal.
it, it it's almost like it's I mean, it would be hard to imagine that they didn't take some direction from this movie for Murder She Wrote, because
Mm,
there's so many
yeah,
similarities.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like this movie and The Mirror Cracked had a baby, and that baby was Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, so inside we meet Lizzie, rather than Lily. Lizzie, played by Lynetta Lane. She's Cordelia's housemaid slash best friend slash gossip queen slash
Yeah.
panic person. She's like, oh my God. I love how she's going through the paper and goes, oh my God. bats and this and that, and the bats are loose. And she's going, okay. And Moorhead's just like, yeah, who cares? Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Get the tea sort of thing. I mean, oh my God. She tells the staff wants to walk out due to the bat. And she blabbers on about how the bat has killed several people over the past couple of years, and he's this notorious serial killer, and blah 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 blah. And I guess Morris like, who cares? You know, she's sitting there
Yeah.
playing card, how she was doing. I'm going, wow, you're cold.
She's just very pragmatic. She's like,
Mm,
what's the likelihood that the bat is going to choose this house of all the houses in the entire county
hmm
to stalk? She's just like, that's ridiculous. And of course, that's exactly what happened, but still.
Yeah, yeah. I love the fact how Lizzie has to read in a magazine that bats carry rabies. Oh, I'm gonna hear rabbits.
Like, everybody knows that. They
I
knew
mean,
that back in 1959. Why,
oh
why,
my
why is this
God.
news?
Oh my God. I also love the fact that she has this huge gossip rag and she's going, oh my God. So this gossip rag covers murderers and bank robberies and bats that have rabies. And this, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is some gossip rag, my lord. I mean,
It's like TMZ meets National Geographic. It's fine. It's totally understandable.
mm, actually, that one, oh my God, bats have rabies. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what they're known for.
My God. I love the fact how Moorhead just poo-poos the idea of, what's the chance of bat coming here? We're in the middle of nowhere, two lone women in a gigantic house, middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's like,
The great thing was the fun thing was in the whole ethos of this movie is that the women aren't like running scared through the whole movie.
well, there's
You know
one
what I mean?
which we'll talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Touche. But yeah, it's full of strong women, which is in 1959
hmm
is very unusual for one thing, because there's not very many men in this movie that have any big role besides the police lieutenant.
Mm.
And they're figuring it out because nobody else is figuring out the mystery. So yeah, I just love that whole theme. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I've just put this together in my head. Is every time the men are around, somebody dies or something goes wrong? I mean, because think about it, uh the what was it? Some guy dies, and it's like, what
Oh,
the hell? Da, 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 da. And then the police officer is told to protect him from the bat is knocked out on drugs, and
yeah.
the little girl, who the hell she was, she gets died by falling down one step. But we'll talk about her
Yeah.
death later. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
I love the fact how she goes, we must go to the bank for I've got business to do, and she's dressed to the nines. I mean, she's wearing the little
Oh, yeah.
hat and the gloves, the white gloves, and I'm going, oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, why are you dressed to nines going to the bank? I mean,
I will tell
God.
you that the outfits in this movie are fantastic.
Oh yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
everybody is dressed to the nines, and it's just for the fashion alone, it's fun to watch.
Like I says, the nightgowns were giving me Andorra.
Yeah,
The big flowery,
big
flowery thing.
flowing.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I was like, Andorra, there she is right there.
Yeah.
I mean, so outside the house, we meet Warner, played by John Sutton. He's her chauffeur slash handyman slash butler, and he takes him downtown to go to this bank. And in the bank, she's instantly greeted by the bank manager. I'm like, really? So you just go into a bank and boom, you meet a
Oh,
bank, and of course they know who she is
yeah. I mean,
again.
she's famous, and
Yeah, again, murder she
you
wrote.
know, he'd probably be like, "Hey, how's it going?
Mm,
You famous? I'll greet you. I'm not gonna
yeah.
greet, Granny Gherkins over there, but you I will."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's giving me murder she wrote because everywhere Jessica went, oh my god, you're GB Fletcher. Oh my god, and
Yeah,
instantly it's like, oh my god. So this was giving me heavy murder she wrote vibes.
yeah.
So in the bank, as I said, she was the bank manager. It's then dropped that she rented the bank owner's house for the summer, as you do, because somebody can actually rent someone else's summer house. But there you go.
Yeah. It's like Airbnb except in 1959.
And I love the fact how this is supposed to be a summer house, yet it's drafty and it's a huge house.
Yeah.
And there's all this, like, the windows don't shut right, the doors don't shut right. There's like a draft, there's wind howling through the place. I'm like, wow.
uh,
Oh my god. So the bank manager wife walks in and is awkwardly introduced to Angus Moorhead and her maid. She is Dale, played by Elaine. What the hell's her name? Edwards is her name. Yeah, and she's a new bride because she was married to the bank manager that Christmas. Because we're in what, the start of the summer, was it? I'm going to guess May.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and I've got in here. Nope, she's a red herring because it was too obvious that she was going to be either a victim
Oh
or,
yeah.
I've got in here, red herring. She was not the killer. She was going to be a victim because this being 1959, she would have been a perfect victim until some other weaker woman came along. So,
Yeah.
and creepily out of the shadows up smirks Lieutenant Anderson, played by Gavin Gordon. I've done here killer alert because it was obvious he was the killer. I mean, he just slimes out the corner and he's all, oh, hello, Mrs.
See, I didn't catch and see, I didn't think that at all. I didn't think of him as the killer. I thought, I mean, he was a suspect, of course, because they're all
Hmm,
suspects. I mean,
yeah.
all the men were suspects, and possibly, the that cook lady that
Hmm.
came in the movie. But that was too obvious because it was like, oh, where have you been? Well, I've been in the kitchen by myself, and it's like, well, she's not it.
Mm. Yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah, and it's just the way he was like lurking in the shadows, and he goes over a big cheesy grin on his face and goes, "Oh, I'm Lieutenant Anderson, and you must be Cordelia or whatever her name was, Corny," as the maid calls her. I'm going, yeah, he's the killer. He's
yeah,
too slimy, you
and
know.
I was just thinking, oh, they're just trying to make him that way, so we keep wondering. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And that was my thinking when I was watching it for the first time.
okay, okay. So it's dropped that this Lieutenant Anderson guy is on the board for the bank for reasons, because apparently lieutenants can have enough money to be on a board of the
Yeah,
banking,
yeah,
as you
of
do.
course.
Um, and he is happy slash shocked slash surprised that Angus Moorhead has rented the Oaks because, again, obviously he's the killer because he knows the money is in the safe or the bloody bonds in the safe. He thought the house was going to be empty all summer, so he had ample chance to steal the cash, but nope, not with these pesky women in it. So,
These pesky women.
yeah, yeah. So the bank manager then tells his wife, plus the good lieutenant, that someone has stolen $1 million in bearer bonds. As you do. I mean, keep that quiet. Why don't you? But he just blurts it out in the middle of the bank. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm thinking. Of course, in today's world, you would never say anything like that in mixed company. But
mm,
it was 1959. People were more trusting. They were like, of course, without that revelation, there would be no plot really. So, you
mm.
gotta do that too.
I suppose that's true. That's very true. So cut to deep in the woods, as I keep on saying. The doctor's deep in the woods with the bank owner, blah 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 blah, and we meet the bank owner, what's his name, Fleming, played by Harvey Stevenson, as he's polishing his weapon, his large rifle. He's sitting there polishing it away. I'm like, why are you polishing your weapon? I mean,
Well,
um,
because they were hunting. It was a hunting trip.
I thought we were fishing, so
Oh,
hmm.
maybe they were going to shoot the fish. I don't know.
Who cares? Anyway, so his
Yeah, we don't.
BFF,
Go ahead.
yeah, his BFF is Dr. Wells, played by the late great Vincent Price, and he just blurts out, "Oh, by the way, I've stole $1 million in bearer bonds. I've got it in change of tens, twenties, and hundreds." I'm like, couldn't you have got like the bigger bills? Mind you, see, I suppose big bills would have been harder to spend
Yeah, I
in
don't
the
know.
50s. So yeah.
I guess I'm just thinking, okay, why is this exposition even happening? Because all I mean, his goal is to disappear or be dead.
Hmm.
Not dead, but to fake his death. And
Hmm.
he has somebody there right in front of him that he could use to fake his death. And instead, by killing him, I mean, and
Hmm.
instead he expounds on his, great plan. And it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, this is this is weird. That was a big, huge plot hole in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it goes to him. It goes, oh, let's kill our guide Sam because we can
Right.
use him. He's the same height as me, the same build as me. I'm like, if you shoot him, wouldn't they find a bullet hole? And I mean,
I'm thinking the same
mm,
thing.
I mean, so he goes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $500,000 to help me, and I'll run away to I don't know Mexico or wherever it was with the other 500,000 and start a fresh life. I'm like, would you? But I mean, the FBI would be chasing you for
Yeah.
months, if not years. I mean,
Right. And you have somebody alive that has $500,000 that
yes.
knows the
Yeah,
entire plot.
yeah. I'll get in here. This guy is ice cold. Also, why would he need money? He owns the bloody bank. So why, and he owns this huge house. So why
Yeah.
does he need the $1 million? I mean, mm,
Maybe he just wanted to retire.
yeah, I suppose. Because it did drop that he's been planning this for at least 10 years.
I know,
So
10 years for a freaking $1 million. I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's just that's 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 just overachievement. I'm sorry.
Mm,
That just seems like a lot of wasted time.
yeah. I mean, I love the fact how he's going, I've been planning this for years. I've got it all figured out. All I need is a body for somebody, and we can bribe the Undertaker and as such, and you can have 500,000, I'll have 500,000, I'll just disappear. I'm like, really? You're going to give him $500,000 because he's a doctor? You're not going to shoot him in the back and take the money back home? I mean,
I
yeah, so.
I don't get it. But yeah, that whole scene was really kind of weird.
Mm.
So,
And then, to make it worse, there's a forest fire for reasons. Why is there a forest fire?
um, they pop up. I don't know.
Mm, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that was weird. It was just like, oh my gosh, there's a fire outside.
Oh,
It's like,
God. And I
how did
love,
that happen? I don't know. Well,
oh my God.
we need a plot point here, so let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I love Vincent Price is washing the dishes by pouring the hot boiled
Oh
kettle
yeah,
water, and he's
yeah,
did it, and he just gets the rifle and goes and shoots him, and it's like you're aware that he's going to have a bullet hole and in his body has he been burnt to a crisp because you let
yeah,
him
yeah,
burn up in the fire. So, who cares? I mean, I've
yeah.
got here. I
Never
get
quite.
it's the yeah. I've got here. I get it's the 50s, but surely the cops would notice a big rifle wound in the guy's body.
I I would suspect, especially if it was like, especially if it was like birdshot or something. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
oh my God. But
uh,
could you imagine that? He gets a rifle shot right to the stomach at close point blank range. I would have done huge amounts of damage, but nah, just let him burn in the fire. The evidence
yeah,
would be.
that's fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we now know what Vincent Price is a killer. So he's a suspect for the bat.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it
because.
was, yeah, I mean, he's obviously the number one suspect.
Mhm.
I think throughout the whole movie, they try to make him the main suspect.
Yeah, yeah. But either
And
way.
it kind of reminded me of Psycho,
Mm,
when they top billed what's her name? Not
Janet
Janet
Leigh.
Leigh. Yeah, they top billed her, and then she
Mhm.
dies right away.
Yeah. 20 minutes
Spoiler,
in, and oh my God.
spoiler, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers.
And this was kind of the same way. Where he is always kind of this lurky bad guy, and
Mhm.
so it's almost like we're gonna throw Vincent in there because we want you to think that he's the bad guy. And I mean, he's not a great guy, but he's, um, is he the bad? Is he not the bad? I thought that was kind of clever.
Although, to be honest, he is a bad guy. He killed the bank manager
Oh yeah,
in
absolutely.
cold blood. So, he's
Well, not in cold blood, maybe uh, lukewarm blood because he.
because there's a forest fire raging in his house. Oh dear. So back to the Oaks late at night. There's a thunderstorm. Ooh, spooky. I mean, and they're complaining, "Oh my God, it's a tapestry hitting off the suit of armor." And blah 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 blah. I'm going, shut the window. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh
Well, the thing
God.
is, I don't think it was the wind that blew it down. I think it was the bat that pushed it over to try to scare him out of the house.
Possibly. Although you do see the tapestry hitting off the back of the suit armor, so I'll go with wind.
I like my idea better.
Although it could have been the bat somehow climbed up the side of the building, opened the window to cause you know.
There you go. I'm sure there's a trellis out there. There's always trellises on the road.
Yes,
Some
exactly.
killers can climb in.
Exactly. Oh my God. So, like I said, it's late at night and the newspaper's just been delivered. I'm like, wouldn't people be delivered in the morning? And they go, oh my God, the bloody paper boy, he put it in the bushes for the badness of it on his bike. I'm like, it took you all day to find a paper in the one bush outside your house. I mean,
well, back then they had a morning edition and then they had an evening edition. So it would have been the evening edition that he was delivering. Because all newspapers back then had a morning and an evening.
Okay.
Sometimes in a midday, but.
Interesting. I never knew that. But so it states in the paper that the bank manager has been jailed for the theft of the $1 million bearer bonds.
$1 million butt? Is that what you said?
the $1 million bearer bonds. And it's just reported in the paper that Fleming is dead. This gets Lizzie to bang on about how she keeps on hearing strange noises late at night. There's banging and there's wind hitting stuff and there's like noises and creeps and it's dropped. It could be a ghost. It could be his ghost. I'm like, wait, what? And then she's turning and says she ain't afraid of no ghosts because ghosts are allergic to her. They have allergies to her. I'm going, who wrote that line?
She was told that by some psychic of some sort or something like that.
God.
I thought that was kind of clever because one, it makes no sense and it's ridiculous. But two, it makes her less fearless in the movie. Because otherwise, I think she'd be this, oh my gosh, I'm scared, I'm a lady and I'm scared. But having that little line in there kind of showed that this is no big deal because she does sleep a lot during the scary parts.
Yeah, true.
Laying there on the couch all like, oh, I'm sleeping, don't bother me.
Yeah. I mean, God almighty. I've got in here, she also drops that days earlier the entire staff all quit from fear. So how long has this bad guy been playing tricks and such in this household if the entire staff?
I didn't get the timeline is confusing because I'm not sure how many days it is from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. They're very unclear about that.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's important, but it's still you'd think that there would be some kind of timeline that you could follow, but you really couldn't.
Yeah. Like I said, I love the fact how she goes, she's not afraid of no ghosts, but this bad guy, he's spooky. I had me on the floor, howling with laughter. I went, oh my God. So Lizzie drops the bat, kills woman 2 in one night. I've got to hear, calm down, Edward Kemper. Also, his methods of killing is slashing people with steel claws to the neck, aka Freddy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, by the way, that's where Wes Craven got his idea for Freddy's claw, was the image of the hand coming in the door with the the
Oh,
five
yeah,
um nails on his hand sort of thing. So yeah, yeah.
yeah. I think I don't know who created that glove for the bat, but it was very well done
Hmm.
because they could have just done, just long nails. They could have done a lot of different things, but they were like curved like an animal,
Hmm.
and he clearly, whoever was in the suit, um, clearly practiced doing things with that glove because
Hmm.
he did a pretty good job unlocking locks and stuff like that with that silly glove.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a very well designed glove. I thought
Yes,
it was
yes,
very creepy.
yes. Although one thing I want to know is why is he called the Bat? Because he doesn't have any bat-looking attire. I mean, he only has the one metal claw thing. He's wearing a hat and a sort of mask thing with no face because he has no face and he has no fingerprints because he's the Bat. Why is he called the Bat? I mean,
They never ever explain that. He already exists, and so they never explain it. They never say anything about it. They
hmm,
don't even allude to it. Like,
yeah,
why is he called the Bat? Well, I don't know why he's called the Bat. I mean, there was no dialogue like that whatsoever.
yeah. I mean, is the Bat an already established killer? And this other killer has latched onto this idea, stole it, and he's now
Oh,
using,
I
you
didn't
know,
think about that.
so.
Oh, see, you think about these way deeper than I do.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I
That's
didn't
one.
think about that, but that's a good idea.
Mm.
That's a good thought.
Yeah, that's one of my little fascinations is serial killers, and it freaks the boyfriend out. So he's like, "Ooh, run." So yeah, so I mean, anyway, so I've got in here. I don't get how 1 minute Lizzie wants to hide out of town like she's bloody Scooby Doo and Shaggy. And the next minute, she's going, I'm not afraid of this person. What is she, fucking Scrappy Doo all of a sudden? She's going to go up, put up a fight and put up let me at him. I'll splat them. Oh, dear God.
Uh, yeah,
I mean,
she did keep going back and forth when she shouldn't have because ghosts don't bother her. Of
yeah,
course, serial killers probably do, but still,
yeah.
you know.
I love the fact that she's just sitting, Angus Moorhead's going, oh my God, you may say to me there's a serial killer on the loose because you just thought it was like noises of the old creaky old
Oh,
house and such. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And the maid's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll splat him. Let me have him.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Anyway, so the wind knocks the armor down a flight of stairs, scaring both of the ladies. So they decide to head to bed, as you do. I mean, don't close the window or don't shut the front door. Just go straight to bed. I
Just
mean,
go to bed. Yeah. I mean, when uh, just last week a serial killer was stalking my neighborhood, and I just went to bed. I figured it would go away, and it did.
oh,
I woke up fine.
oh my God. Anyway, moving on very swiftly. Um, so cue Freddie's grandfather menacing Angus Moorhead as she goes to check the door, which is wide open for some reason, and you see the claw coming around, and the maid goes, "Ah, the bat, the bat!" As she slams
Oh,
the door shut and puts the chain on, and I'm like, "Wow, love, you made it from the kitchen to the front door in zero point 0.6 of a second." I
yeah.
mean, my lord.
Well, I'm thinking, Corny doesn't even turn around to see what Lizzie is looking at.
Mm.
She's just like, well, why are you reacting this way? And what,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, turn around. She's reacting to what she's looking at. Just look and see what she's looking at. And of
Mm.
course, by the time she turns around, the hand is gone.
Hmm.
But like,
Hmm.
okay, I'd be startled and immediately turn to see what's going on.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah. So they head to bed. I've got in here, fook that, grab a weapon, and barricade yourself in one room. The two of you in one room with a weapon each,
Yeah.
and take turns sleeping. Do not fall asleep the two of you, you bloody idiots. But yeah, they just go up the stairs and they just sleep. I'm like, right, no, no, no. But I've got here. That's exactly what they do, because Moorehead or Corny is smart. They go into the same bedroom and they sleep with the door bolted shut, and there's a chair to keep, because the chair's going to keep the door shut, because
Yeah.
she even booby traps the sort of, what the hell that window was for.
Oh, the what do you call that? The transom.
I see. Okay, then. Okay. And
And I love that booby trap later on in the movie. It's hilarious.
oh yeah. We'll hear it when it falls, will you? Because it'll hit the chair, and it's a padded chair, so.
It's just like, and he opens it and it just tips over. Great. That was great.
So cheesy. So I got to hear, too bad the bat uses a glass cutter to cut open the glass frame door, and this is why I would never have glass panelled front doors, because the amount of times I've heard of people getting the door cut or just smashed in and unlocking the doors. No. I want a solid wood door, which is dead bolted. I don't want to have a.
You would hate my apartment, because my front door is literally all glass. It's like 80% glass. It's just a big, huge pane of glass. Because it's like it's like the door is like 150 years old. So, it's not getting replaced. So.
Oh my God. Nope. That's one of my pet fears, is glass panel doors, because in the 90s, there was a lot of burglars that were just smashing the panel windows and just putting a hand on unlocking the door, because people would be stupid enough to leave the keys in the door. I'm like, who leaves their keys in the door? The keys go away from the door. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Dear oh dear. Anyway, so I love her down here. I love how I think Mora isn't a shrinking violet. She's a smart woman. Unlike most 50s movies, she's smart, strong, and isn't a screaming pile of wet rag. She doesn't scream at all. Well, once she does, I tell I. Once she screams, but that's about it. I mean, she's a strong, independent.
There's very little female screaming in this movie.
There's
the that one scene on the stairs, but for the most part, there's screaming like 4 times during the whole movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, because the maid, I don't know, the best friend, what's her name?
Yeah.
She screams when, oh my God, it's the bat! Ah! Then the annoying little girl, she screams like a bloody banshee. I was like, just die already. She was working my last nerve. And then there's, I think it's more of herself, when she gets jump scared, or what the hell happened to her? She screams the once, and I think that's it. So yeah. And this is when she places a little knick-knack thing, ornament thing, on the window door thingy. I've got to hear what the fuck's that called. Anyway.
It's a transom.
Okay then. And she's got down here. If somebody tries to break in, we'll hear it hitting the floor and will wake us up. A, it's a carpeted room, so no.
Yeah.
B, you've got a chair against the door. It's also padded, so no, you wouldn't. And C, I love the fact how he just pushes the window and it knocks it over a little bit, and that's it.
And it just totally stays on the ledge instead of falling. It's just like, that was fantastic. I love that little part of the movie.
Oh my God. So now inside, the bat tries to scare the girls out. Lizzie wants to go and get her gym jams and such. She goes, oh my God, my nightgown and my dresser coat and slippers and such. I'm like,
who cares? Ugh. Who cares that you change your clothes? Why just not sleep in whatever you're wearing? Or
ask, what's her name, Corny, do you have a spare nightgown? I mean...
Yeah, exactly. Those look about the same size.
God almighty. So she then screams as she sees the bat's silhouette shadow on the wall, and I was getting Freddy from that, because he had his hands.
Oh yeah.
Freddy. I'm like, oh. Okay. So yeah. So Moorehead grabs a gun, because of course she has a gun.
Of course.
I love the fact she's on the phone to the cops and she goes, there's a man outside, I think he's the bat, I've got a gun and I have to use it, so send a police officer. I'm like, oh, you go, girl. She's really annoyed at the fact that, how dare he break into my house, sort of thing. She is really pissed off at this bat guy.
It's great. She's not like this withering flower. She's just like, hey, you
Mm.
get over here because we need to take this guy down.
I mean, she's just been told this guy has killed dozens of people over the years, and she's like,
Yeah,
he broke
can't
it.
get
I'll
him.
shoot, shoot the bastard. I'll shoot.
I've
He's
got a
like
tiny
that.
gun and I'll use it.
Oh my god. So, what was I now? Oh yes. So she calls the cops, and the cops saying they're outside. I'm going. Did cars have car phones in the 50s?
They I'm trying to think of Perry Mason. Did Perry Mason have his? No, I don't think they did. And I think that came in the 60s.
Right. Well, I googled this morning, and
Uh-huh.
apparently there was car phones since 1947. However, yes,
1947.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
However, they were extremely expensive and only on high class cars. So I highly doubt some podunk cop in the arse end of God knows where this is set had a car phone in his little
Like,
car.
how did they even connect? Because everything was wired back then.
I have
Like,
no idea.
okay. Figure this out and come back to me. We'll do a whole podcast on it. It'll be fun.
Oh my god. So the cops arrive and have a quick look see around the house and find nothing because of course they don't.
Yeah.
And later that night, the bat places a live bat that had him on the floor howling with laughter. The bat goes from a small little thing about an inch to a bloody gigantic 5-inch thing with flapping wing. You can tell it's a wind up toy. I'm going,
I
really?
don't know that whole. Okay, so this is a very well done movie, and to kind of cheapen it with that stupid looking bat, like, why do that? You know what I mean?
God.
It seems like they could have done something in such a way that she doesn't get bit by this bat on screen or something. You know what I mean? And just imply that it happened as opposed to showing this stupid bat that looks like something, from some, cheap, B movie, and just it was awful.
Yeah, I love the fact how Lizzie overacts. Oh, it's bit me. I have the rabies. I'm like, yeah, but it's not an actual. It's rabies, not the rabies.
Yeah, I've got the rabies.
It foiled it up their closet. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, so Corny is straight onto the phone for Dr. Wells, who just happened to be an expert on bats. Handily, I mean,
Yeah.
he's the local doctor. He's an expert on bats, as you do. I mean,
Yeah.
guess it's a hobby. So,
They were cute little bats, though, you have to admit. I
mm,
love bats. They're adorable creatures.
yes. I've got down here. Is it wrong? I want a bat as a pet. I also want a bat as a pet.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Like a fox bat. Can you imagine having a fox bat? Because they're nice and big and they have the cute little faces and their eyes are so big and they look like a little dog.
Yeah, or fruit bats. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're
That's
very
great.
similar, actually, the fruit bat and the fox bat. I think the fox is bigger, though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
same
great.
cute face. It's
Yeah, screw
adorable.
it. Vampire bats, screw it,
Yeah.
about that size. So yeah. What was I? Oh yes, cut to Dr. Wells's house as Lieutenant Anderson is snooping around. I've got him. Why is he snooping around? He's the town doctor. But then because he's planning on framing him for the bat, or he's after him for the murder of it was named Fleming guy. So he spies a good doctor testing vampire bats for rabies. I've got in here, I want a bat as a pet. So
Yeah. One without rabies, preferably.
yes, yeah. I got in here. Explain to me how the telephone works, even though he has the hook off the receiver on the table. And I'm like, how does that one work? I mean,
yeah. I wondered when I was watching that. I wondered if it was like some weird thing from that era that would happen. Like if you had, I mean, I know if you had like a party line, which was not, about a party. But if you had a party line, which was a whole bunch of houses all on the same line,
Mhm.
So only you could only use the phone like at different times than your neighbors, because you'd pick up the phone and they'd be talking to whoever they were.
Okay
And
then.
I wonder if it was like a party line where,
Hmm.
it would just stay open.
Okay then. Okay then.
I
So
don't
yeah, fair.
I grew up with a party line because I lived out in the country, so I know all about them. And it
Hmm.
was weird because you pick up the phone and your neighbor would be chit chatting with someone, and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not using the phone right now. You hang it
Yes.
up.
Speaking of which, there was a podcast that I listened to frequently, and they were mentioning party line last week. So I looked up party. Apparently, party lines existed until the mid-90s. What
Oh yeah,
the feck? I
we
mean,
had ours until I I graduated in '86. We still had it.
wow.
So
I mean, hmm. I mean, all the phones I've had was my own personal line, so to speak, unless it was a
yeah,
cross connection, which was a pain in the ass. You're like, you're on my phone line, you hang up, you know what?
yeah.
Oh, God, shut up, you. Anyway, so the operator tells him that Courtney has said her maid has been bitten by the bat, and I think it's rabies. He then leaves, and the doctor breaks. Sorry, no doctor. The lieutenant breaks into his house. I love this one. There's a giant bat behind a curtain for reasons. What the feck was that bat?
Oh, I don't know what that was. I thought maybe it was for like a preview shot. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like
mm,
that's kind of what I pictured when immediately when I saw that. I'm like, oh, they're just gonna throw that into the preview, and that's really the only purpose for it. And then I saw
mm,
the previews, and it was never in the previews. So I'm like, okay, maybe I was wrong. But yeah, there was no point in that.
mm,
It was a cool
Okay
looking,
then.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose. I mean, the bat is like what, about, what would you say, about 5 foot across by about a foot and a half tall.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a big ass bat. I mean,
it
obviously
is.
fake, but that is a bigger. I mean, I'm guessing that was done for publicity. For
That's
like,
the, that's the only thing
I
I can think
mean,
of.
hmm, what would you call these things? What were they called? Lobby cards. They were
Yeah.
called,
Oh,
that they
that's
had
right.
in the.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, let's say, so cut to the good doctor treating Lizzie's wounds. I love the fact how he goes, "Oh my God, you've been bitten. Let me see it." And you show her arm, and there's not a mark on it. It would have
There's
killed him
not
to
a
have
thing.
a little drop of
I'm
blood.
like, it wouldn't have taken much to put a little chocolate syrup on there to just
Yes,
kind of make some blood.
yes. Oh my
Okay.
God. So she then goes, "It's in the closet. It's still in the closet." And he goes into the closet and pulls out the teeniest little vampire bat, the cutest little thing,
Yeah.
about 2 inches or something. I'm like, oh my God. He goes, "We've got to cut it open to find out if it's got rabies." What? You're going to kill the poor little thing just to find
Yeah.
out?
That's
Mm,
how you tested for rabies. You had to actually kill them and look at their brain
mm,
to see if they had rabies or not. I don't know if they do that anymore or not, but
mm. Yeah,
that
you're
was the way
going,
you did it.
yeah, isn't that nice? He's going, "It looks okay to me. The eyes are perfectly clear, though. Why the fuck are you killing it then?" I mean,
Yeah.
can you not put it aside and watch it for a day? If it starts to go foaming at the mouth, then it's got rabies. I mean,
Well,
wait, does she
I
foams at the mouth?
don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you have to wait till she's at the mouth, and then hey, you have rabies. Well, that worked. Okay.
Anyway,
Uh,
so Price then drops the house is evil and has weird vibes that chases people off because people have died. There's been 5 deaths in the house over the past year and a half. I'm like, okay, dial back the
yeah.
dooms, fucking yeah, this house has got a death curse. You're going to camp. I'm moving on. It's Friday the 13th. Anyway, and maybe that's why her staff left. I've got down here. What is this? The Ennis house?
The what house?
The Ennis house?
Ennis?
Yeah, that's a
What's
house
the?
from House on Haunted Hill. No, I mean,
Oh, okay. Like, okay. You
anyway, moving
clearly
on.
know more about movies than I do. Okay, carry on.
So
I
with
loved how
that,
you paused at the end of that, though. Like, clearly you know what the Ennis house is. Like, nope,
yeah,
nope.
yeah, because basically, uh, th- he was going, "This house is pure evil, has evil vibes. There's people being killed." I'm going, House on Haunted Hill, is that you? And I had to look up the name of the house because I forgot the name of the house. It's the Ennis house. So yeah, moving on. So with that, the good doctor leaves and hands over pills to Lizzie, as you do. Take two and come in the morning sort of scenario. I'm like, really? What was it? She turns into a foaming in the mouth fucking quasi zombie and eats Corny's brain. Who cares? He takes the bat with him and insists that Moorehead leaves that night. She says no because she wants to figure out who the bat is, and then he says, "How about she tells him, I'm going to walk you out the door and make sure you leave the house." He goes, no, because you can walk through you have to walk up the stairs yourself and you might get jumped by the bat. She goes, no, don't worry about it. I've got a gun. And she pulls out the world's smallest gun.
Yeah, it was great. It's a little girl gun.
Oh my God. She goes, I'm not afraid. I've got this thing to protect, and I know what I'm doing because I write about murders all the time. Take that, JB Fletcher.
Yeah.
She goes, I use this gun. I know how to use it. Anything I write about, I know how to use it. I was like, so is that called cyanide, arsenic, strangulation? Yeah. I mean, bludgeoning to death, shooting, and electrocution.
All those things. I think it's implied. She's more of a serial killer than the bat.
Yeah, maybe she is the bat. I mean, she's knocking people. It was the bat. It wasn't me. It was the bat. Yeah. Reminds me of a T-shirt I saw years ago with a picture of GB Fletcher. What was her name? Angela. What the hell's that? I've forgotten her name off the top of my head. Yeah, Lionsbury. Yeah, and it says I killed them all along. So it's like it wasn't me. So at the front door, Price once again tries to scare Moorehead off, saying the house is full of death and tragedy. Okay then. He feels miserable, so up walks the lieutenant, who instantly spots the cut open door panel, which, by the way, if you notice that, there's no hole in the door panel. It's just the same, but I like the door glass panel there with a little hole in it. So,
yeah, I kept watching to see if that hole was there every time they opened the door, and it wasn't. It was just gone. I'm not sure if they just took the paint out, but they never made no effort to fix that whatsoever.
Yeah. I've got down here. So you're trying to tell me what Vincent Price and Angus Moorehead didn't spot the huge hole in the door? Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, the lieutenant says the doctor is the bat. I've got down here. So what is happening here? Are one or both of them in this whole scheme to get them out of the house, or is the lieutenant blaming him as the bat to take it off himself because he is the bat, or he's using the bat's name, sort of thing? So,
yeah, the impression that I got in watching it, was that he was trying to get the women to suspect the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He could wander around the house himself. At safety,
Yeah, because clearly the doctor knows the $1 million is in the house because the bank manager told him, I've got the money hidden in my safe. So he knows the money's in the house. So he wants them out, the woman out of the house. But he isn't the bat. He's just a killer.
A guy. Yeah, he's a guy. He's only killed one person, so.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I guess that still makes you a killer. But, but so how did the lieutenant find out about the money?
That's what I never got. How did the lieutenant know about the money in the house? Because he knows the money's missing because he's on the board of directors, sort of thing, or a board of bank, that is.
So he's just assuming that it's in the house at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know. He just thinks he knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I was getting myself. I was like, how does the lieutenant know the money's in the house? I mean, if he's this cold-blooded killer, the bat that's killed dozens of people over the decades or so, how does he know the money's? Moving on.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
So next morning, The lieutenant checks out Mark Fleming, who's played by John Bryant. He's the nephew of the bank owner, and he's rented this big fancy office place, and he's got all this brand new rented office furniture. And he goes, "How did you afford this place? Was it from your inheritance?" And he goes, "No, no, my uncle left me $100, and that's it. We can't find his bearer bonds and his shares and such."
Okay.
So, okay then, is that what happened? Basically, he bankrupted the bank.
Essentially, well, he was going to. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bankrupt yet, but it would have gone in that direction.
Mm, mm,
But and this the real estate guy, whatever his name was, he just seemed like a red shirt. You know what I mean? He had no role. You hadn't seen him prior in the movie, and he's in the movie for like 10 minutes, and he just comes off like a red shirt.
Yeah, yeah,
Like we needed somebody to die, so we just throw him in there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got in here, isn't he the husband of Dale? And I realised, no. Dale's husband is actually the bank manager.
Correct.
He's the man, because I got me confused. I'm looking in here.
He's
He's
the only thing that the only reason for him to be in the movie is that he rented the house to Corny and knew and might know where the plans were. That's the only reason that he's in the movie. And he's not related to literally anyone except for the
bank owner. Yeah. So the lieutenant then drops. The cops can't find the missing millions, and he'll be utterly fooked, as his shares will be meaningless because he poured his entire pension into the shares for the bank. Hence why he's on the board of directors. And it is. I'm going, how much money did a bloody cop make in the 50s if he had enough money to buy shares in banks? I mean,
not that much.
Oh my God.
And by the way, just I think I'm going to say fooked now from now on. Badly fooked.
Yeah, fooked. I'm fooked. Anyway. What the hell's that one? Feck. I'm fecked.
Yeah, that's another one you use. Feck.
Yeah. So anyway, it's dropped that the missing bearer bonds have been cashed in months earlier. So how long has this been going on for? Has it been several months? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a good question, because it seems like the bank would have recognized that they were gone because of bearer bonds. I'm sure somebody requested one of their bonds to cash in, and yet it was months.
Well, at the very first scene where Angus Moorehead walks into the bank and Dale's husband is there and he's the bank manager, and I go, oh my God, I have to tell you something secret. The bearer bonds are gone. The bank's entire bonds are gone. Oh, what are we going to do? There's $100,000 worth of bearer bonds missing because such a person over there wants his bonds, but they're gone. Oh my God, there's $1 million+ being stolen. So boom. So I'm guessing that's May. And if you notice on the wall in the nephew's office, he's got July.
I tried to read that calendar and I couldn't.
Yeah, he's got July the 24th, I think it was, which was a Wednesday. So it's now went from, say, May to July. So, Kieran.
Oh, interesting. That gives us somewhat of a timeline anyway.
Yeah. But how long has the bank owner been dipping in the till, so to speak, and skimming the till? I mean.
Well, probably. Well, he said he was doing it over 10 years, but I mean, he planned it for 10 years. I don't know, but you would have to do it slowly so nobody noticed a big, huge difference. And because bearer bonds are literally that. I mean, they're pieces of paper that I mean, they cash, and so you kind of have to do it little by little, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I've robbed a bank for quite some time, so I'm a little
Oh dear.
Thank you for at least chuckling at that. That was
Yeah, I was going to say something. I was going to say, what the hell's that guy's name now? JD, something like. Oh God, the guy that stole the money and jumped out the
oh
plane.
yes, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I
Mm.
can't remember his
Anyway,
name.
but it's implied at the very start what he stole the $1 million right away, just like that. He took the whole thing, and that's why he wanted out the country immediately. So I'm like, it makes no sense. Did he slowly take the bearer bonds, or did he just empty the safe at the previous night, then went for his getaway weekend sort of thing? So I was confused there.
Yeah, I'm confused by it too because I mean I don't understand banking, so
Mm.
I'm an artist. What do I know? Um, but uh, but yeah, the impression that I got was that he just recently cashed them, but he
Mm.
had been uh, acquiring them for quite some time. That was the
Okay.
impression I got, but I don't know if anybody actually said that.
Okay. Okay. So let's get back to the movie then. So cut back to the Oaks as Moorehead throws a tea party to celebrate the launch of her new book. And here we meet Judy, the bane of this movie, played by what the hell was his name? Darren Hood, who's the bank's secretary. Right.
Yeah, that just kind of got thrown in there, but yeah,
Hmm. She has important information which she'll not disclose. So,
right.
okay, then I've got in.
And she never does.
Hmm, I've
In
got in
the
here
we
red
have no
shirt.
idea for.
I mean, so
Yeah,
hmm. She's there for reasons. Why the fuck is she there? I'm going. Why are you there, love? I mean, you're the bank's secretary who may or may not have important information claiming that Dale's husband is innocent. So why are you there? I mean,
yeah, yeah. It was like they needed more women in the movie.
mm, mm. So Warner is now the butler, and he's a handyman because he fixes tea as easily as he fixes a leaky pipe.
Yeah,
As you do. I mean, um, Dale then tells the good doctor Judy is a witness for the prosecutor, claiming Fleming stole the money and not her husband to the bank manager. So how the fuck did I mean was she the only person in the entire bank that realised wait my here there's better bonds gone missing and I think it's the bank owner. I mean uh,
yeah. I don't know.
uh,
See, I was. I mean, I understand. I mean, I got the gist of what was going on, but the details are totally sketchy as far
yeah.
as like they why those characters are there and why they brought them in at that point of the movie.
Yeah, it's so I guess Moorehead pulls another JB Fletcher move as she pulls an epiphany out of nowhere. She pulls out of thin air that the hidden millions, so the lost millions, are hidden in the house in a secret room somewhere hidden in the house. She pulls it out of thin air. I'm like, what the fuck did you read the script? Are you psychic? Were you reading the tea leaves? I mean, were you at the crystal ball seconds earlier? What the? So Dale calls her. I've got in here. Dale calls her husband, but it's not her husband. It's actually. Did say it's her husband? So.
No,
Uh,
she no, she didn't call her. No. Okay. Now the Darla, who
mhm.
I don't know what
Judy. Sorry. Yeah, the
Judy.
cat's
That
name
was
is Judy.
Judy. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, because was it Judy that made the phone call, or was
No,
it?
no, it was Dale that made the phone call because
Oh,
there was to say
they,
that
oh,
it's
that's right. Okay, so because she knew that the real estate guy would know if there was any plans. That's why she
mm,
called the real estate guy, because the real estate guy was also the current owner because of
yes,
the
yeah,
house.
because
So
he's a nephew of the, but he called her uh, darling and sweetheart, so that's what
oh,
threw me off. I'm like,
I do remember hearing that, and I was like, oh, this is a
mm,
very 1950s thing.
mm,
Just any
okay,
female, yes, darling, and you know,
So yeah, so she tells him to look for blueprints of the house, and I'm gonna hear, surely the guy is smart enough not to put the bloody hidden room on the floor plan. I mean, if you're going to plan this for a decade to
Yeah.
steal $1 million, wouldn't you know? Put it on, oh, there's a hidden rooms over there. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. So I've got in here. He then tells his wife he last saw him when he was a little boy, about 10. So how long has the uncle planned to steal the millions? Because he looks about what, about 30, 25, 30.
Yeah.
And if he saw the floor plans when he was 10, that's a lot longer than 10. Oh, never mind. Like I
Yeah.
said, the timeline in this movie is giving me a headache, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very confusing. I was having a hard time following it all.
Mm. But he seems to think the plans are hidden somewhere in a house, as you do. I mean,
I mean, I
so
guess he would know his uncle pretty well. So maybe that's just his deduction of, yeah, he'd probably do that.
okay then. Okay. Okay. I'll let it slide then. So later on that night, the girls have finished dinner, and the nephew has sneaked into the house to retrieve the hidden plans from behind a grandfather clock. Too bad the bat is there, and Judo chopped to the throat. He's dead, and he steals the blueprints. I'm going, how did the bat? And I've realised the lieutenant is there.
Yeah.
So, hmm.
Yeah.
The bat then leaves, begins to place the clock back to where it was. It chimes, alerting the whole household because apparently the clock hasn't chimed in a decade.
Yeah.
And Angus Moorhead knows that. How exactly? I mean,
Well, the impression that I got earlier in the movie, even though I don't know where I got it, was that she'd rented this house before. That
oh, right,
she's
okay
stayed
then.
there before.
Okay.
Now, whether that's the case or not, or whether I'm just making stuff up in my head, I can't say. But that's the impression I got, was that she had been there before.
Okay then. Fair enough then. Fair enough. So then she notices there's a hidden panel behind the grandfather clock, and she starts tapping it. It opens up. And I'm loving the fact the nephew's, I don't know, stuck behind what the hell that was, a coat rack
Yeah, it
with
was a
it.
coat.
He's like, "Oh," and he's got the thing around his. I'm like, what the the bat had the time and the strength to squeeze him behind that and pull his neck up behind.
Oh, that's right, because he like booked out of there really fast after
Uh
you
huh.
him.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that, but yeah, he would not have been able to set that up.
Nope. Nope. So with that, the lieutenant is called to deal with the dead body, and he instantly starts on the woman, accusing them of what, murder? What the hell? And he goes, "Who found the body? Where was the body found? Why is this and why is that?" I'm like,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Where were
Um,
you at 10:59, like 2 minutes ago?
hmm. So in walks the good doctor, who handily is the MD. He's the coroner. So he's a bat expert, he's a GP, he's a surgeon, and he's now the MD. Right then.
Yeah, and he's
So,
a killer on top of that, which is
yes.
just icing on the cake.
And he's a crack shot with a rifle. So,
Yeah,
yes, I
crack
mean,
shot like 2 feet away.
yeah. Plus, he washes dishes after cooking the meal. So, yeah.
That's right. I mean,
I mean,
he's a perfect man.
so again, the good doctor plants seeds of fear in Moorhead's head, that she should run. The bat is wanting inside the house because he knows that for reasons. So,
Uh,
because surely the bat's MO is grab somebody by the throat, judo chop them, and then rip out their throat using his claws. Why would
yeah,
he go for the $1 million? So this is why I've got to hear the good doctor isn't as good as he makes out to be. He is after the money. So that's why he wants the woman out of the bloody house. So
yeah.
yeah.
It's funny because the doctor never seems to factor in the fact that the bat is running around killing people.
Hmm.
All he's
Yeah.
concerned about is, okay, everybody needs to get out so I can search the place.
Mhm.
And it's just like, okay, there's a killer running around. Let's think about that for just a second.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, who cares? I got my hands on this $1 million. It'll keep me going for, I don't know, 10 years or something. That means it's $1 million.
Yeah.
Um, so with that, Warner rings the doorbell, claiming he's lost his keys. The lieutenant is right on him with the questions. Where have you been? Blah 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 blah. And he's, oh, is that a diner having late dinner at 6 o'clock? I'm like, okay then. And he goes, but it's now 11 o'clock. Where were you for all that time? And I'm walking the town was good. You sort of thing. So after that, he plants the idea that the good doctor might be the bat. So the lieutenant again is pointing the fingers at the doctor. So, hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because they were almost like working too hard to make Warner a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like the script people were making it like too strong. Because I'm like, I mean, it's possible, but it's too obvious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I
Although,
mean,
I mean, this is a 1959 film, so the obvious is, was pretty normal back then.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I love the fact how this lieutenant guy is trying desperately to pass the buck to anybody apart from him because it is obviously he's the fucking killer because he keeps on saying, "Oh my God, it's Warner, it's the doctor, it's this, it's that, it's where were you at this time?" And it's like, so it's obviously you're the bloody well killer. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, what was it to say? Whoever smelt it dealt it. So I
Yeah.
mean, anyway, where was I now? So with that, the ladies he'll head off to bed. Lieutenant says he'll stay the night and he'll hunt inside the house for the bat, but he doesn't. So Kieran,
Yeah.
at 11 p.m. mind. So the nephew's body was killed at what 20? Oh, is it quarter to 10? So he's been lying there dead for an hour and a quarter.
I know. I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's just yeah. I'm like, okay, that's a bit much.
Oh my God.
Basically, he stayed there overnight, didn't he? Like on the floor by the time the
No,
chlor.
no, 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 because this he tells the girls you best go to bed at it's 10:30. So at
Uh-huh.
11 o'clock, Fleming's body is taken away because you've seen the clock and it strikes 11.
Oh, and it strikes
So
11. Oh, okay.
and Warner's at the top of the stairs watching like a hawk. What's going on? So once it's all done and dusted, the lieutenant and the good doctor play cat and mouse. I'm guessing the doctor knows the lieutenant's sus and vice versa because they're all
Oh,
like, "Oh, I know you
yeah.
from blah blah blah." Da, da. And
Yeah.
us, it's like
Giving
they're
each other
playing.
the evil eye constantly.
Mm, yeah, they both think that each other is the bat. So yeah, I mean, so the good doctor leaves. The lieutenant checks the front door and the windows. Just as the ladies retire for the night, the bat is waiting in the shadows. But nope, it's Warner who follows the lieutenant outside for reasons. I mean, Kieran.
Because I think Warner didn't trust the lieutenant either. I think he was like, I don't like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's what was happening there. He
Okay
was
then.
like, I'm suspicious of this guy, so I'm going to follow him around.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough then. Fair enough then. Meanwhile, the bat walks straight through the front door as he cuts the phone wires and pulls the other wire out, and he sneaks upstairs to the attic as he searches for hidden rooms and the missing millions. But instead of looking for the locking mechanism, he takes a hammer and chisel and smashes open the. I'm like, could you not just try the little
Yeah.
thing? I mean,
Yeah. I'm like, okay, let's just wake up the entire house.
yeah.
I'm like, pound, 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 pound. I'm like, that's probably not the best solution.
Oh my God, yeah. I've got it here. First to wake up is Moorehead. She tries to use the phone, but the phones are dead because the phone lines have been cut. The others then wake up and check out the sound. Jail. Dale rather checks out the attic, finding the bat hammering the wall with a chisel. As you do. I mean, what was he expecting to? I mean,
I like, I don't know.
I mean, because they went to bed at what, 10:30? It's now what, 11 o'clock, 11:15. He runs
yeah.
into the house and starts to hammer. I'm like, they aren't even asleep yet. So what the fuck?
Right. Like, wait a little while.
Oh my god. So he runs straight at Dale, and Dale does like a backflip sort of thing, and she's tossed to the ground, and the bat runs away, and Judy's on the staircase, and oh my god, she screams like a banshee, and then she falls down one stair and dies instantly. I'm like,
Yeah.
you fell down
Well,
one step.
the bat did attack her because remember he grabbed her hair and he did something to her throat.
I see.
But it was a muddled mess. You couldn't really tell what he was doing, but he did grab her hair because that's what made her fall. And I remember thinking at the time, oh my gosh, that looked painful. Poor woman, because it looked like he really did grab her hair.
Yeah.
Because she jerks back. But yeah, he did do something to her throat with his glove.
Okay.
With, nail glove, shiny. I don't know, whatever. The claw glove. I don't know.
Yeah, the claws. Yeah.
Can't call it a bat glove because that would be a Batman thing.
No, that's true. It's called a Freddy claw. I mean, Christ. So Moorehead throws a fire poker at his head. She just lobs the fire poker at his head.
Great. She just whacks him too. Great.
Gets him right the side of the neck. I'm like, what the fuck? Bloody hell. So with that, Judy is dead, as in walks the lieutenant, because the bats ran out the front door, and walks the lieutenant. I'm like, suspicious, so we're caught in a trap, and they can't walk out. Anyway,
that's funny.
There's a new house. What? Suspicious Minds?
Yeah. Great song.
I'll start singing that in a minute. Anyway, moving on. So there's a new housekeeper for reasons. She just comes out of the kitchen, and she's vaguely Irish, which I love the accent. Just goes over the place. I'm like, who is she? Where does she come from? She's
and she just looks so like they really work hard at making her look just a little off kilter, just like a little evil. It's just like she's the cook. I don't know why work so hard at making her a suspect. It's just like clearly the suspect was not a woman.
No,
so.
I love the fact how she comes out of her room. She's got the hair in curlers, and she's got the nightgown on, and she's got like a sort of penny over the top of it. I'm going, do you have a whiskey bottle in your little penny pocket?
Yeah.
A quick swig, So
yeah.
Oh my god, she goes, oh my god, Warner isn't in his room. He's ran out the back door, or he's into the back door, and I was like, okay then. So so Warner, as I said, Warner enters the back door, and he claims he followed the lieutenant outside, but lost him in the woods, two trees.
Yeah.
And he was knocked out from behind. I'm going, so if you lost the lieutenant who was in front of you, how the fuck did you get hit in the back of the head?
Because the lieutenant knew what was going on. He probably spotted him and circled around. I don't know. I'm making it up.
Okay then,
but
nothing.
It's possible. Maybe it was the doctor. I don't know.
Just then, in walks the good doctor with a head wound, claiming he crashed his car a mile or so down the road. Suspicious. And out of nowhere, the lieutenant says, wait a minute here, I know who you are, Warner. You're such a person from the Chicago police is after you because you stole somebody's money. And he goes, no, I was acquitted. And I ran to this unnamed town where, what's the name, Corny, hired me as our butler / chauffeur / handyman / what the hell he is. I'm innocent, I'm innocent. It's not me, and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So yeah, I mean, oh my god. So it's days later, as Angus Moorehead has Dale, who apparently is a typist. It goes out of nowhere.
Oh, she knows shorthand.
Oh, shorthand, I see. Well,
short, yeah.
And she gets it to ghostwrite her latest book based on the bat killings, as you do. So, in a flashback, it shows Angus Moorehead checking out the attic where she finds the hidden room, which slams shut behind her. She's then panicked and desperately claws at the door. She's like, "Oh my god, the air! I'm dying!" I'm like, "Well, it just slammed shut like a second ago, so calm down with the overacting." My lord.
Oh, that was the only part where she actually was a little overacting. But even then, she wasn't like, "Oh, I can't breathe." It was just like, "Oh, I can't breathe." You know what I
Mm,
mean? It was a more demure kind of can't breathe. So at least she toned it down some.
yeah,
But
true.
it was still a little bit much.
Okay. So as this is happening, Warner sneaks out of the house and he's just gone. Okay, then cut to the doctor's home, his laboratory home thing, and his garage, of course, because why would you have a clean, pristine lab but next to your garage? So who cares about
Yeah.
contamination? Anyway, the bat leaves a suicide note and the good doctor's house and walks the doctor with a gun in his hand. There's a quick struggle later, and the doctor is shot dead by the bat. Okay then.
Yeah. That
Uh,
was that was a nice little twist, I thought.
hmm,
Because everybody's thinking, oh, it's him, and then he dies, and then you're just like, oh, okay,
hmm,
that it was kind of a fun, because they could have kept everybody alive through the whole thing,
hmm,
but the fact that they kind of threw that in there as for no particular reason, it was
hmm.
very clever. I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah, I do love the fact how Vincent Price has the bat killer guy at point blank range, yet the bat drops a light on him, and that
Oh yeah.
somehow gets him to drop the gun. And there's a struggle, there's a fight, and the gun goes off, and Vincent Price is now dead. Then the bat puts a light back on, the light works. I'm like, but the light was smashed. I'm moving
Yeah.
on. Meanwhile, Lizzie feels something is amiss. She wakes up from her sleep on the couch because she refused to sleep in her own bedroom because the bat would be after her, so she sleeps in the same as Corny. And she goes, "Oh my god, something's amiss. What are you, psychic, love?" I mean, she runs around the place going, "Oh my god, where's Miss Cornelia? Where's Miss Cornelia?" Da, 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 da. I've got in here, is she psychic? I mean,
It's part of her little you know psychic thing with ghosts.
yeah, let's see. Okay then.
I,
Okay.
I'm just making it up. Actually, that's totally untrue. But
I th-
I don't know what it was that it didn't bother me. It did seem a little weird, but that didn't bother me. I was like, oh yeah, she's the spiritualist. I'm sure she senses something.
yeah, I'm sorry. The only spirit she's into is gin and sherry. I mean, Christ Almighty.
Oh, that's funny.
So she checks every single room in the house. I've got going, what in the feck? She checks like the kitchen and the basement and the pantry and the living room and da da da. And the on-site cop has been drugged, so he calls for help. But Lizzie like wakes him up. I'm like, why are you suddenly something about? I took some wine and it was drugged.
Yeah,
So
and then he
what?
feels better after drinking some water.
Oh yes, because the one works. So he calls for help, even though the phone line's been cut. So how the fuck does the downstairs telephone work? He's been told the good doctor is dead. So who called that one in? I mean, did the bat
Oh,
phone it in?
yeah. I don't know.
They then go outside and they go, "Oh look, the light up in the attic." So they go upstairs and she's going, "The panels, hit the panel. I'm dying. Oh, help me, Bob." And it's
I
just
love
like,
how the police officer is just like, tap this one. Which one do we do? I don't know. There's 5 of them. He's just like, just hit them all.
oh my
Uh,
god. So the door flies open and instantly Angus Moorehead goes, "I'm better now. I can breathe." Yeah, because that's
yeah.
that one works. You're being KO'd, but instantly you're revived. So she sets a trap for the bat, lying in wait with the on-site cop in the dark. As the bat enters the room, they open fire, but the cop's an idiot and misses at fucking point blank range. I'm like, you missed from that angle.
I know. I was saying the same thing. He was a terrible cop.
So
First
the
he falls
cops.
asleep on the job.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Then
oh
he
god,
hit the right panel.
the cop's an
Then he
idiot,
gets,
frankly.
what do you do?
Oh my god. So the bat then goes, okay, ladies, come out from behind the trunks, and he's going, I usually show my face to my victims, okay then, before I kill them, but you're not going to get the chance, as he holds me at gunpoint and suddenly he's shot in the back. And it's Warner, he returns from going to the airport and he felt something was wrong, so he returned to the house. That is lazy writing. So he just returns from psychic feelings of what the hell it was. I'm going, that is lazy writing. And
It
the
worked for me.
bat, the bat shocked nobody is the lieutenant.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he was the only one left at that point.
yes.
So, there was nobody left besides, the cook.
Yeah, true.
But
So Moorehead wraps up her book and the movie saying Andy was in the shit for stealing bearer bonds, so he needed the $1 million to cover his tracks. Right then. So he stole money for, where did he get? I'm lost. I mean,
I wasn't even hardly paying attention to what she was saying. I just loved the fact that whole monologue is very fun because it just kind of does some explaining, but then she just looks at the camera and she does, you can't hide murder.
no.
Love that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the best part of the movie.
I love how she's playing with a bonbon as she's dictating the ending. She's like sort of palming a bonbon and she's going, and remember, you can't get away from murder, right down the lines of the camera. I'm like, ooh.
I love that. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like goosebumps when she does that because she just, in her most Endora way, she can't hide murder. It was just great.
It's so camp, it's genius. So credits are rolling in this thing. Right then. So that was The Bat. This is the very definition of a gloomy Sunday afternoon movie.
Yes.
When it's pissing it down cats and dogs and there's bugger all to do, watch one of these old movies and pick this one. Because Vincent Price is great, as usual, as a murderous doctor who's trying to get the old dears out of the house because he wants the bloody money. Moorehead is in top form as a prototype J.B. Fletcher. Yeah. The story is basic, a little slow, but it's a noir, so what do you want? It's a murder mystery. Hello? I mean,
Yeah.
But if I was to tweak this a little bit, I would have Moorehead narrating all through the movie, going, this happened, and this happened, this happened, saying, instead of having it just at the end, she goes, this happened to me last week. So, but overall, this is a wet weekend movie.
Yeah.
So this is what B movies are for, wet weekends. So what do you say about this thing?
I love this movie. I just think it's very well crafted. I mean, there's some issues here and there as far as, some plot holes, but it's just a great old-fashioned mystery with women as the ones that are like doing all the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that because it's 1959 and, you just didn't see that where it was the women that aren't scared, and they solved the mystery. And I just think it's really fun. It's not it's not a scary movie, but it's a mystery, and they give you just enough to keep going, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just love this. I think Agnes Moorehead in this movie is just brilliant. She's just such a natural actress, and it's so much fun to just see this, master class in acting, in this role. And Vincent Price, of course, is brilliant in everything he does. Mm-hmm. So, and it's Darla, whatever.
Hood, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was her last movie. She never did a movie after this. So,
Mm. Yeah,
so
wasn't she? What
she was
was it?
Little Rascals.
Yeah, Little Rascal. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's going to ask.
Our Gang, I think, is
Mm.
actually what at the time. But yeah, she did
Mm.
like I don't know, 70 some odd episodes of that, and
Oh,
then
jeez.
got through it. So
Oh, well then. Anyway, so let's wrap this in. So we'll score it out of 10, 1 being dog shit and 10 being solid gold. I'm going to give this thing a healthy 7 out of 10. So what would you give this thing?
I would give it a solid 8. Definitely a
Mm.
solid. Because it's even though you already, after you see it for the first time and blah blah blah, you know who the killer is and everything. It's still rewatchable because then you can go back and see all the subtleties of the characters and how they were reacting to one another now that you know who it was and stuff. It's very good. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like it's not a perfect film, but I'd give it a solid 8.
That's true. But, although I will say the bat is very slender in this, but the lieutenant is very portly. There is no chance in hell
Yeah, I
the guy
noticed
lets
that
in.
too. I'm like, okay, they just picked a generic body to put the suit in just because so we wouldn't be able to recognize who him what might be.
Yeah. Anyway, let me see. So next month is going to be another Thanksgiving special, Home Sweet Home from 1981, which is about a serial killer that escapes a mental institute, returns home and kills his entire family. Yay! So there's a Thanksgiving movie there. And December is going to be, oh God, here we go. It's a very merry Muppet Christmas. It's a bloody
Yay!
mouthful and a half.
So excited.
So yeah. Now, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Midnight Mania Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at Here's Johnny79. And you can follow Spike at
The Spike Warden on Twitter.
you
And
can also follow
Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I mean I don't use Instagram very much because I find it very annoying, but I am on there. Spike Warden 1.
Okay. You can also follow us on Instagram at Midnight Movie Mania Pod. And as I say, Spike's already given his, so yeah. All I can say is a bye. And remember, when a bat flies, someone dies.
Oh, bye bye.